Hello and welcome to this episode of One-on-One Sports. I'm Andrew Vendelis.
And I'm Matt Holzapfel. We are excited to be with you today, and to kick things off, Andrew and I can take a swing at the quick hitters. The NBA recently told Cavaliers shooting guard J.R. Smith that he would have to cover up his supreme calf tattoo every game or be fined. Andrew, the NBA has been at the forefront of letting players express themselves. Is this a step backward, or is this J.R. Smith's fault?
I think it's really dumb that the NBA is going to fine him every game he wears it, and they'll have to give him like a lifetime fine. But at the same time, I think J.R. should know better than to freely advertise on his body. It's a typical J.R. Smith move. I mean, clearly not thinking with his head. And while I think it's dumb that the NBA isn't letting this slide in particular, it's free advertisement.
Yeah, first of all, just supreme tattoo, why? Why did he do that? It's
why?
Dumb. But this is so hypocritical of the NBA. He is not the first player to have a commercial logo tattooed on him, and they haven't made anyone else cover them in the past. Kyrie Irving has the Friends logo on his forearm. Carmelo Anthony has the Warner Brothers logo on his shoulder. So why is J.R. Smith being the scapegoat? Why is he being picked on and not
Then
Kyrie
give everyone
Irving
else fines, I guess. But at the same time,
but they won't do that.
You don't think J.R. knew that other players were also?
I'm sure he did. That's why he's so upset about this. I'm sure he did.
Either way, it's just, I don't think he's thinking with his head. I don't think it's very smart of him to do that. But at the same time, the NBA does need to kind of, not be as hypocritical. But at the same time, JR needs to not be so boneheaded.
Everyone's wrong about this.
Exactly. Vancouver Canucks made a big splash in the sports world when they announced that the team is banning Fortnite for the upcoming season. Many in the league have come out against the ban, saying that this team is looking for a scapegoat. Matt, what do you make of this?
I like it, and here's why. So the ban is just for road trips, right? So road trips, what are they for? They're for playing road games, bonding with the team dinners, team film sessions.
You don't think Fortnite is team bonding?
Yeah, but it's not hockey related. That's the problem. You're not focusing on the game at hand. You're not. And honestly, there's the center, Bo Horvat, said, look, this is fine. We need to focus on team bonding. I like it.
Really? I mean, let the guys have fun, dude. Come on. I mean, there hasn't really been any public backlash about, Fortnite distracting pro players until now.
Save it for home.
What do you mean save it for home? What are they going to do on the road? They got to find ways to.
Well, I just said they're going to watch film and bond with the team.
I mean, that's not the only thing you have to do. There's other times that you have where you have your downtime. It is a very addictive way to spend your time, but I think it's a good way to make their teammates bond and have fun at the same time.
If they need another reason, in May, the $30 million a year Red Sox star David Price, he missed a start due to carpal tunnel. Unconfirmed that was because of Fortnite.
It is not because of Fortnite. But lest we forget the fantastic video of Alex Ovechkin getting his first win on Fortnite. How can they take that away? I just don't get it.
It's fun. No fun league. Getting too many tips from the NFL. Stan Van Gundy came out and openly said that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan on Get Up with Jalen Rose. Andrew, this debate has been going on for so long. Let's put an end to it right now. You got to start a team, LeBron or Jordan. Who would you rather have?
Now, this isn't a conversation about who is the greatest of all time, as we mentioned. It's about who would you want on your team. And LeBron, based on the sole reason that, based on a sample size, you could put him with anyone, anywhere, and he'll win you a championship. I'm sure it's a little bit different now that he's in the West for the first time and you have the Golden State Warriors on your league. But LeBron made it to the finals last year pretty much by himself. And if I get to, be the GM here, I get to pick the team, it's going to be LeBron all the way.
Just look at who LeBron has taken to the playoffs. The likes of Sasha Pavlovic, Larry Hughes, Delonte West, just so many guys who shouldn't have made the playoffs. And I get that Jordan, I'm not saying Jordan's not the GOAT. He is. Give me Jordan with 5 seconds on the clock. But you want to start a team, he makes players around him better, does LeBron. And that's why LeBron is the person to start a team.
Exactly. LeBron, if anything, this debate, LeBron is, without a doubt, the most dominant player in the league today, if not all time. And as you said, he makes people better. I mean, obviously, the Cavs team last year shouldn't have made the finals. They shouldn't have even won a game in that, and they didn't. But even last year in 2017, they shouldn't have gone 4-1. But that was because of LeBron and because he elevates the teammates. Nobody thought Kevin Love is a truly star player until he got to the Cavs and played with LeBron. And in LA, I'm sure he's going to do the exact same thing. So if you're starting a team and you need one person between LeBron and Jordan, it's LeBron.
I just feel like, and not to say Jordan's not this, but LeBron is such a good team leader. He can build young guys up. He can bring veterans back from the dead. We've seen him do it with James Jones and the likes of veteran guys who follow him because they know playing with him will give them extremely great benefits for their career they wouldn't have other places. And I know the biggest knock against LeBron is his finals record. The stats between LeBron and Jordan in the finals are not that indifferent.
No.
They're different. They're so similar except for points because LeBron's more facilitator than Jordan.
And who's to say that Jordan wouldn't have been as successful or as dominant if he didn't have Pippen, Rodman, etc. on his team? And that's not to say that Jordan isn't the greatest of all time, as you know. We both think that, but LeBron is the best team starter option in this league.
Yeah, and he's going to make the Lakers better, obviously. He's not Kobe. He's not trying to take over for Kobe, but LeBron's going to make this team better. I'm glad the Lakers have someone to lead them forward, not just a young player.
Very excited to see what LeBron does in LA.
Exactly.
Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Don Martindale said that Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield is this generation's Brett Favre or John Elway. Matt, is it too early to be saying this about a quarterback who's only made one start in his career?
Yes, this is absurd. This is ridiculous. He's made one start, and yes, he has won. He's now 1-1, and he only had the tough loss to the Raiders. I know he beat your Ravens. I'm sorry.
I know,
but
it's sad.
He could be 2-0. The loss to the Raiders was close, and you can blame a couple of things for that. But he's a very good player. He's shown a lot of promise. He's shown leadership in the locker room. He's shown accuracy down the field. He's mobile. We knew that already. But he's only played 2 full games. You can't come out and say this just yet.
And he looked good against the Ravens. Obviously, other than this, the Jets was his only other win. The first 2 wins Cleveland has had in 2 years nearly. But he still threw some ducks, was pressured, and 342 yards against the #1 defense is only as good as, you know, how much productivity you score. Only 1 touchdown, 0 in the first half, threw an interception as well. He's showing flashes of potential. Obviously, his cannon arm, his, headstrong attitude, and his ability to be mobile when he needs to. But if anyone's closer to Brett Favre in this league, it's Patrick Mahomes, I think.
I agree with that. Going back to Baker, though, do you think that Martindale just said this to get in his head before the Ravens-Browns game? Was it a strategic move?
I don't think so, because I think it was more of a respect move. You know, the Ravens are one of the most dominant defenses in the league right now, and Baker put up a great fight against them, as we mentioned, over 300 yards passing. Led them to a go-ahead pass to a rookie wide receiver nobody ever heard of. I can't even remember his name right now, but he set them up for that winning field goal, and I think this was a move out of respect because Baker does have potential, and they chose him for #1 overall for a reason.
Even Hugh Jackson said he's just trying to butter us up before the game. Don't read into it. I think it is respect, but I also think it's kind of just empty words.
Are you going to take Hugh Jackson's word for that, though, really?
I mean, they won, so
yeah,
Browns have the edge in that one.
Either way, Baker, I think he's a great choice for this team. He's starting to make me believe in his ability to lead the Browns forward more and more, and I think it's a very bright future ahead.
Maybe he'll finally be the last name on that very long jersey of Browns starters.
That's all the time we have for the quick hitters.
Up next, I'll be joined at the desk to offer our reaction to our NBA GM poll.